What's up, guys? Duster McDangles back here with another video, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I know this video is coming out late today. I did not have power the last couple of days from the past snowstorm, but we are back up and running. Thankfully, we're warm and cozy here inside the apartment. But in today's episode, guys, we're going to be getting into the second half, or the first half of the second part of the season before the trade deadline, because there's going to be a lot of things I want to talk with you guys about before we even hit the trade deadline, to see what you all say and think with the moves that we're going to want or need to make at that time, depending on injuries and the way the team is playing at that point. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I know we've been growing like crazy over these past couple of months, and I cannot thank you guys enough. The road to 500 subscribers is on. I know I had set the goal here for the new year, but realistically thinking, I would say by March, I'd say let's try to hit 500 subscribers. That's where I want to be with the community. We can start unlocking the community posts, a little bit more interaction with you guys, as well as Discord link is down below in the description. Make sure you guys join the Discord, and also hit that thumbs up if you guys have been enjoying this series, enjoying everything with the channel. It really does help with the algorithm and getting this pushed out so we can get more eyeballs on this, grow the community even more, and have a fun time doing it together. But in today's episode, we're actually going to start off here, because I was taking a peek here before the episode here at contracts, free agents. I was looking over the trading block, which we'll get to at the end of the episode. We have a couple of contracts here for, as you guys can see in the bottom right-hand corner, that we have out at this point. But what I actually want to do is, and I took a look at this, actually, no, I want to sort the lines, or the free agents here, and I saw Malgen. Dennis Malgen here. He's free agent. He hasn't played many games. He is 24. He's a right-handed forward playmaker type player, and his face-offs aren't the best, 73, so he's a winger type player, but he could be somebody that we could bring into the AHL team. They could use some more pieces down there to make their lineup full 70. And looking at his full career stats, it's not too impressive. I mean, he's only had a shot here with Florida. He played a couple of games in Toronto, but most points, he had 51 back in, or not 51, he had 51 games played, 22 points back in 17-18. So he has been around for a 24-year-old and hasn't really gotten a chance in the league, I would say. I want to bring him into the AHL, at least see what he can do this year for the latter half of the season, and then see if we can bring him up. He is top 6 forward, medium potential, 76 overall, 24 years of age. He wants a one-year deal at $750. I'm wondering, yeah, I was going to say 3 years, he might want a little too much, but we'll go 2 years here. He wants $875. We'll give him 9 on a two-way deal, and I'm wondering if we offer one-way. Yeah, I was going to say 7 years at one. Ooh, that would actually be a really nice deal. I like these long-term deals, especially for the younger type players. But if I want to basically give him a tryout, we'll make it two-way so it makes it easier to move with waivers and everything. We'll give him 9 for 2 years on a two-way deal. We'll see what he says to that. Goaltenders, I think I was going to say, I'm pretty sure Tuukka got picked up. He did. Dubnyk still on the free agency market, which is interesting to see. Usually he retires after the first year anyways, but I want to simulate here a couple of days to see if we get the signings from the last episode. We did not, so let's advance another day here. Game against the Buffalo Sabres, and Josh Brook is injured. Pulled groin. Is actually only out till January 20th, so not too long. So we get Caden Primo. He re-signs. That's good. 22 years old, 80 overall, 6'3 goaltender. Pretty solid stuff there, which is nice. He signs. We beat Buffalo 3-2, which is even better. And Lehkonen, let's see here. He doesn't re-sign due to the money, so we'll have to offer a little bit more. We got Sherratt back, which is huge. 30 years old. I forget the actual contract length. We get Krause to a solid deal, and Malgen also signs with Laval. So that is actually huge. So let's go ahead, get him into the lineup here in Laval. I want to make sure that he is getting solid playing time down at the AHL level, and we can actually take out Baddock here. I don't know how he's been doing, but we get a 76 overall type player. You got to bring him into the lineup, and he fits pretty good there on that second line. I wonder if he doesn't fit the first line, which is interesting. So we'll let him sit there on the first line, although if we maybe move him around. Ooh, faceoffs on this Martel are not good. Actually, Pauline fits better on the first line. 75 faceoffs, but if we get Malgen, he doesn't have the best of faceoffs, but I do kind of want him playing top minutes. So we'll move that back there. I mean, I'm okay with that. Who doesn't fit? I was going to say, someone's not going to fit this line down here. Yeah, we'll have to mess around with this. Actually, Baddock, we'll throw him back in. Why not? He gets the 0. I mean, he's played one game. We'll give him a shot down here at the AHL level. But let's go back here to the contracts really quickly. I know Lehkonen didn't sign due to the financials, I believe is what he said. So we have to make sure we give him a solid number here moving forward to see what he's going to do. So cap hit right now is very good. Eric Stahl, we'll have to wait and see how he does to see if we want to bring him back. Kulak, he doesn't want to re-sign, but he does want a pretty decent deal. We have $6 million left to work with for next year. We got some big pieces like Romanoff. That is somebody that we're going to have to give a payday to, and the more money we give, the more he's going to want. Lehkonen, that's... Oh, did Lehkonen sign? Oh, he did sign. Okay, never mind. He did sign. I thought for some reason he said he didn't sign. But that's okay. Ouellette, he wants $2 million. I don't think that's going to be what I want to give him. Weidman here, he wants 1.4. Paquette, I know we looked at this last episode, but I'm just getting a refresher. He wants 1.4, so we're not going to have a lot of room here to make some big moves. We might honestly have to come to the Perreault. We're probably going to have to let him go. He wants $2 million at 34 years old. That's probably not going to cut it. We're going to probably give the money to Romanoff. We'll have to wait and see what he does throughout the rest of the year. But let's now hop into the simulation. We'll get into the actual trading block to see what moves we're going to need to make here before we eventually get to the trade deadline, which is in March. So we've got the whole month of January. We got pretty much the whole month of February off due to the so-called Olympic and All-Star break. But let's go ahead here. We're already about halfway through January. We'll sim up all the way past here the Minnesota Wild game. I know we haven't played a game here in a while. We end up losing to the Blue Jackets 7-4. We'll play a game here shortly. 3-game losing streak, which is not what you want to see. We might need to hop in here depending... Oh, wow. Malgen is out. We literally just brought him in and he's injured, which is such a shame. But we beat the Devils 4-1, get back into winning ways. Ben Sherratt is fully healed and ready to go for the next game. We'll let him heal up a little bit more. Brooke is back. We beat the Coyotes. We lose to the Stars. Or not the Stars. We lose. Oh, look at that. Okay. I was going to say this might be a good place to stop. We lost to the... I think that was Dallas who we lost to. But we're going to have to call down somebody, and that is going to be the goaltender, Primo. Let's see how he did with his time up here in the NHL. 2 games played, no wins, 900 save percentage, 360 goals against. Not the best, but we'll send him down. We'll go to edit lines here. And, you know, I'm glad that he's able to step in when we need him, but we get Carey Price back. We'll put him in here to the backup spot for now. Keep Allen in there. Keep him healthy. Get Price back to full health, which he is. And let's now go to edit lines. We'll get him back into the mix of things, which we've been doing well without him, which is great. And then, actually, hold on. I was going to say Sherratt was always in our lineup. I don't know why they were saying he was injured. But let's now move Carey Price back into that starting role. Allen, in his absence, has played absolutely amazing. 19 games played, 12 wins, 9.24 with a 2.26. I mean, that's absolutely amazing. 31 years of age. Great stuff to see. But we get our boy Carey Price back. We get a big trade offer here. I don't want to give up Caden Gould. It's Brian Rust, who's got 1 year, and Rodriguez 1 year. 3rd round pick, not worth it. We already have enough players that we need to re-sign here. Ooh, Raheem Zahoran. This is interesting, and being a Penguins fan, I know a lot about this kid. He is a solid player. He is AHL player as well. 76 overall. Bottom forward potential. Honestly, could be trade capital. We'll claim him off waivers. We lose to the Avalanche, and then last game of that sim, we lose to the Minnesota Wild. So 27, 17, and 6 at this point. I do kind of want to simulate through the rest of this month, and we'll play the first game of February. AHL team, they're at the top of the standings. Marchenko leading the way with points. He's got 43, which is awesome to see. I want to get Zohora into the lineup here as well. I don't know where he's going to fit. This guy doesn't really fit on that fourth line, but power forward Zohora might. Let's see where he actually fits. Fits pretty well on that second line. Give him second line minutes. Who's been playing better, him or Martel? I mean, they're pretty even. If we move them around, it actually gets a +2. So we'll go that on the AHL. Keep them buzzing. And we actually... Who is... I know somebody was injured, and I forget who it is. Oh, it was Pauling. We're going to bring Pauling back in. And he's now back on the top pair. And he's been putting up some pretty solid points as well. It doesn't fit the top pair, but it is what it is. We need that overall on top. So we've got that moved around. We're going to take a look here now. We're going to let's go ahead. So we'll simulate through the rest of this month. And then we'll assess where we're at. See what we're looking at for points. See where we're looking at in the standings. We'll do sims here from the main page. Just as we moved them around, Jean-Sebastien Dieppe is injured. We lose to the Ducks in a shootout, so we at least get a point out of that game. We've got a back-to-back home stand here. We've got the Edmonton Oilers and also a trade offer. Ooh, Philip Deneau. Do we bring him back? We would be losing Caden Gould. And just remember, this is something that we could end up maybe trading them at the end of the deadline or by the deadline, because it's going to be on the table. Philip Deneau, I mean, he's put up some solid points this year. Do we want him back? Top 6 forward lines. It's a tough call. It'd be nice to bring him back, but he is 28 years old. I'll let you guys decide in the comments what we should do with that. Let me know, because we could just turn around and trade them that at the deadline. We end up losing to the Oilers 3-1. Can we beat the Blue Jackets, come back? We do not, 5-2. So this is actually a perfect time to maybe hop in and play a game, because looking at the standings, we're sliding down a little bit, 61 points. We're just above the wild card there by 1 game. And, I mean, if we were in the other division, I was going to say, if we were in the other division, we'd be on top. So, kind of crazy. Atlantic is one of the toughest divisions this year. I am actually excited to get a game in here with the team to see how they feel. And that's exactly what we're going to do here to start the new month. Gallagher, 53 and 53. So we don't really have anyone standing out this year when it comes to points, which is quite disappointing. But we're a young team. We moved down to the wild card spot. The Red Wings won their last game. So that's going to be tough. These playoff matchups are shaping up to be quite tough. But let's go ahead here. We're going to, again, try to simulate the first 2 periods, see how we're doing. This game is also at home, which will be fun to get into. But first period goes by. We're up 3-0 to Foley, Gallagher, Krause on the goals. We might even not have to play this game. Second period, still 3-0. Third period, 3-0. Wow, okay. We didn't even have to play that game, so that's a bonus. Get off to the month of February with a big 3-0 shutout win. And the next game is actually against the struggling Senators, 24-24-4. We've got another trade offer. Subban. That is somebody I was actually looking at on the trade block of potentially bringing in, but I don't want that particular trade. But up here, the next game, Edmondson is back, which is really nice. I know this month of February is actually going to be huge of getting some players back to good health to get our lineup up and running. But we're going to have to subsequently send somebody down here, and going down to the bottom of the lineup, we're going to send down Jake Evans. I mean, he hasn't played well. The games he has played, he hasn't played well. -6. He hasn't done much in 19 games. I know we haven't really given him enough of a go this year, but it's just not enough for me to consider him actually making a difference on the team. I do at least want to get him into the lineup down at the AHL level, get him some playing time down there. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now. I don't know who he's actually going to fill in for. I mean, this Dolphin guy, Dolphin, I don't know if that's how you exactly say his name, but that's who we're going to move out of the lineup. Get Jake Evans in there. We'll get him some playing time. See if that's going to work. He actually works better on that second line. Why is Pauling on 2 lines? Huh. I might have messed that up. Now that I think about it, let's get Dolphin in there. We done messed up, boys. We're going to have to best lines it here for AHL to fix, get our best fix here. So we'll get that going around. We can Marchenko still on the top line. I mean, I guess that's what we're going to roll with. Let me check now. I want to keep Gould in the lineup here on the AHL squad because he is one of our top defensive prospects. I do want to check to see how he's doing this year. 29 games played. He is +9, 2 goals, 7 assists. Nothing too crazy on the stat sheet. But that's how we're going to roll with it right there. I'm okay with the -3. Joel Edmondson is fully healed and available to play in the next game. That is exactly what this month of February is key for, I would have to say. And we're going to get him into the lineup. It's a matter of who we move out. Ouellette, I wonder how he's actually been playing. Not the best of points, not the best of stats. So I think that's the guy who we're going to move out. Get Edmondson back in there, defensive defenseman. He's a +2 on that bottom pair. He is 83 overall, though. Wonder if we move... Yeah, Sherratt doesn't work on that top line. Romanov doesn't work on that top line. Our bottom pairing here is actually very good. Edmondson hasn't played a lot of games, so we'll let him roll down there. Kulak has actually been playing pretty well here with Petrie, who's put up some solid numbers himself. So we'll keep that. We'll keep that going. Summing up here, Laval. Let's just coach replaces players. And eventually we're going to get to our next game. We get a trade offer here for a couple of picks. I mean, we'll just let that one go. Not too worried about that. We got some injured players here for the AHL. Right now we're just trying to simulate here through the month of February. And the Laval is still playing. Another trade offer, 2 third-round picks for another one of our third-round picks and a couple players not wanting to give that up either. Pauling has been injured, which is funny because he was one of the players that was just offered in the trade. So if we do get an offer for him, I think we'll just let that one fly. And here we are. Ooh, wow. This is actually... Holy smokes. This is a huge trade. The only issue is Phil Kessel and Dzingel have 1 year left on their deals. Gostisbehere was actually somebody I was looking at as a potential to bring in. To the back end. This is a very interesting trade. I know we've been going back and forth here with the Coyotes, who are struggling this year. Gostisbehere actually doesn't fit any of our lines, which is interesting. Kessel, another interesting player, hasn't had a great year. Only fits forward line 1. I don't want to do that. Dzingel only fits forward line 3, and he's only an 80 overall. So we're going to let that trade slide. I'm not too keen on that. Their trade value obviously not that high either. So we'll let that one slide by the wayside, and we'll continue on here. Finally getting up to our next game, which is going to be against the Ottawa Senators. And this is one, depending on how the boys play, we're going to hop in here and check out the team for ourselves. I'm really excited to see how they feel, see how the team's playing. First period goes by. We're down 2-1, so this is definitely going to be a game we'll probably hop into. We're down 3-1 after the second, and this is something we're going to have to try to come back here and beat Ottawa on their... I think we're at home, to be honest, now that I think about it. So we're actually away from home. We'll see what we can do, but let's hop into it. Here we are, guys, away from home with a chance to come back in this game. It is definitely going to be a tall task here as we win the opening faceoff. Nick Suzuki is going to rip that on target. And that's blocked nicely away by Matt Murray into the stands. But down 3-1 here in this game. It is a tall order that we're called upon here with our top line. Toffoli, Suzuki, Drouin out there with a chance to get things going. Does not work there on that first faceoff. Here comes Connor Brown. Big hits. We need all of that here right now in this game. If we want a chance to come back, as a shot from the point through traffic is stopped by Matt Murray. Eric Stahl. We're going to go try to get the cheesy wrap here. Eric Stahl's actually bumped off the puck. We're going to try to go back around once again. We're being pestered here by the defense. Can we get it? Eric Stahl. Oh, I tried to find Anderson there on just a little side feed. Looking for the cheesy wrap. Which way are they going to follow us behind the net? Oh, man. Anderson just can't get the cheese wrap to start in the first place as Eric Stahl. An extended shift for him. He's got no speed but from behind the net. Eric Stahl comes out, though. Takes a shot. Rebound there. Anderson is stopped. Anderson trying to pop out. Here comes Anderson. Josh Anderson. Oh, man. Doesn't get the full shot off. And the Senators evade one there. We go offsides, and we need to get our first line out there. With time expiring in this game, we just can't. We can't even get the cheesy wrap to work. We're running out of time here. 4:33, I think, left in the game, as Suzuki's going to win the draw. We're going to find him through the neutral zone. Nick Suzuki trying to weave his way, create some magic. Unable to do so as Kulak is going to find Petrie from the point. That goes wide. We're going to find Petrie once again on the one-timer, looking for the tips in front, and he's not able to do so. Gramble, we're most likely going to end up losing this game. We've played 2 games ourselves, and we are going to most likely lose both unless we have a dramatic comeback here with under a minute left to go. Here comes Drouin with some late magic. Holy smokes. And that thing flew off his stick. We got around. That looks like that was Kachuk. That we were able to get some nice hands around and find the back of the net. Jonathan Drouin with his 15th of the season. So it's not for the lack of scoring this year for him. It looks like get around one. Man, what an absolute nip that was. That wasn't Kachuk. I don't even know which defenseman that was for the Sens. But we have life here. Under a minute to play. Second line's got some energy. Caulfield, Dvorak, Gallagher. And our top player this year, Gallagher, is going to have to step up big here in the third period. Time expiring. Caulfield on an extended pass. We find Dvorak. Dvorak out of the corner. Oh, man, Dvorak gets absolutely murked there. But here comes Caulfield. Cycles it down low to Gallagher. Gallagher. I'm going to look for the cheesy wrap. Brendan Gallagher. Oh, man, it was there. It was there. Here comes Dvorak out of the corner. That is blocked. And the Sens, oh, what a steal there by Dvorak. Caulfield with it. Cole Caulfield. Out of the corner. We're going to find Dvorak right there. Oh, it was nicely blocked by Brandstrom. Puck is below the goal line. Trying to win this out. 5 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be too little, too late here for the Canadiens, as the Senators are able to pull out the win. We're going to hop back into the simulation. Team felt good. Not going to lie, just coming up short there in the third. Tough loss, as we are now back into the wild card spots here. And getting here basically end of the month of February. And I know the trade deadline is coming up soon, so we only have... Actually, that was the last game, and only game it looks like of February. So we're getting up to the trade deadline. We're going to simulate here to the 10th. And then in the next episode, we'll get into the trade deadline. But just see how things start off this month with the boys. We're 28, 20, and 7. Numbers looking good. Krause is going to be injured until March with a concussion. That is a tough loss on that third line. He's been playing pretty well for us, but that's why we've got players in the wings ready to go, and we've got Paquette. Paquette isn't going to fit that third line, but he's not going to fit anywhere else. We're going to have to roll with that. Actually, Caulfield is up to an 82 so far this year, which is nice to see. We lose to the Jets, so we're on a little losing streak here. Western Canadiens swing as we beat the Calgary Flames 3-2. We're in Edmonton. We win 3-2 as well. To finish off the Western swing, we play the Vancouver Canucks, and we lose 4-2. So we're now, man, I just saw that. We're in the bottom wild card spot here at this point. So we're fighting for our playoff lives as we come to a close in today's episode. 67 points And next closest is going to be, it looks like 63. So it's definitely close. It's a battle for sure. And man, it's going to come down to the wire. So we've got a couple more episodes, obviously, until we get to the playoffs. But I do want to take a look at team stats at this point. Gallagher, Toffoli, Drouin, 47 points, not too bad. Suzuki, Dvorak, Stahl, Anderson, Caulfield, 28 and 47. Not the best, but he hasn't played the full season, so I'm not too disappointed in that. He has had some growth, which is nice. Perreault, he's actually putting up pretty decent numbers that I'm happy about. And let's take a look at goaltenders right now. Carey Price, 916 with a 267. He's 41 games played, 19, 16, and 6. 2 shutouts. Allen, he's 12, 6, and 1. He's actually been playing very well. 920, 241. Goalies are not the issue. I think really at this point, our back end, I think, is what's lacking. Depth at the forward position, but I think our defense, we need a little bit of a boost. And that's why when we're looking at the trade block, and we saw the trades earlier, Subban, Gostisbehere. I know Gostisbehere didn't fit any of our lines. But I think forward-wise, we're 2 lines deep, even 3, I would say. And on the back end, I think that's where we're lacking. Kulak, again, great player, but maybe try to bring in an offensive defenseman. I don't even think we have. I think we only have 1 offensive defenseman. I don't even think we do. Defensive. Yeah, we don't even have an offensive defenseman. So that's why I'm thinking what we need to do here at the trade deadline is try to bring in, even if it is a rent-a-player, depending on where we're at by the time we get to the trade deadline, is looking for that offensive defenseman that fits our team. And so we're going to go through this trade block here, not every single team, but every instance of a offensive defenseman we should go for. I'll put on here, and then you guys can decide in the comments for the next episode who we want to make the move for. This right here is a big one. I think this is more of a long-term look for a defenseman, because we would have to give a fair amount for him. His trade value is definitely up there. 29 years old, X-Factor player, John Klingberg. He fits all defensive pairings as well, which is another key thing that we are looking for to try to bring in. I mean, his stats are amazing. Skating's in the 90s. Shot power's in the 90s. Even that accuracy is really nice. Physical, not the best, but you don't need something too crazy for your offensive defenseman, which he would be our only one. So that is somebody on the table that I would consider bringing in, but we're going to have to finagle our way here, because just looking at it here, let's look at the trade value for Klingberg here for just a second. I mean, it's pretty high. We would have to give up something substantial, I would say, to get him. I would even, because I like Romanoff, he's already up to an 80. I don't want to give Romanoff up. This Norlander kid, that could be a potential for Klingberg, who's only 29. Matthias Norlander, 75 overall. He has pretty good stats. I'm not going to lie. Actually has better stats than Gould. He also is a higher overall, and technically he's 21. Gould is he's 20. Is this an instance where we maybe then think of trading Kane Gould? Because even if we just throw him in, look at that trade value. That's absolutely insane. And plus, Klingberg only has 1 year left on his deal, so he's going to want a big payday, which is going to affect our ability of bringing in Romanoff back on a decent deal. So that is another thing we're going to have to consider. Now, what I also want to try to do to free up some more cap space is trying to get rid of Byron. He's got that $3 million hit on our cap. I don't even know technically where he falls under, if he's a center or not. I think he might be left wing. Yeah, there he is. Look at that. 318 for a couple more years. That value is just not what we need on our books right now. At 32 years old, that's somebody we need to get out. We need him out of the books. We need to find a way to get that done. I would say that's going to be something we'll want to take care of in the next episode, because then we'll have a little bit more room. But that is a potential trade offer. We'll have to sweeten up the deal, but it would be either Gould or that other kid, but just let me know in the comments. Here's another defenseman, not necessarily on the trading block, because I was looking through the rest of it. There are no other offensive defensemen worth of note on the trading block, but Gustav Forsling from the Florida Panthers, he does fit the second line, which is nice. All penalty killing lines as well. Really good skating stats, pretty decent shot stats, and for a defense or an offensive defenseman, he's got pretty good physical. So this is another potential. His trade value is a little less, so that, and also on a better deal, 266 for 3 years. That could be a very good deal at 25 years old. So we'll keep that in mind as well in the comments for the next episode. And to be honest, guys, those are really our only two choices, I would say, for offensive defensemen that fit the team in the game at this point in the marketplace. So let me know in the comments who you think we should go ahead and pick up for the next episode. But that is actually going to be it for today, guys. Make sure to throw comments down below in this episode so I can take a look for the next one, so we can make the necessary moves needed before the trade deadline and get everything rolling for that playoff push, guys. But let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on this video if you guys did enjoy it. We will see you guys Friday at the normal time on Fridays, which is 5 p.m. But hope you guys have a good one. And as always, stay dusty.